right, so I'm going to introduce the lovely commentators that we're going to have for the first two fights, Damien and Randy. Randy, I don't know your last name for crying out loud. Oh, sorry, I better turn on your mics. Now try.
Talking, oh, there we go, nice and loud.
Sorry about that.
This is Randy Thorsvig.
There we go. All right. I'm going to leave it up to you guys. I'm going to go get ready for my two fighters fighting. They're going to be fighting on the third and the fifth fight. I will, myself and Chad, can't think of his last name right now either, will be joining us for the last fights. I'll talk to you guys later.
Yeah, good luck to you guys. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Get ready for the first fight of the night.
Bruce Nelson from Ada, Minnesota versus Ryan Antle, Davenport, Iowa. Bruce has been fighting a long, long time.
Bruce Nelson, the grandfather of the Midwest of martial arts. Fought a little bit of everybody in the MMA scene. Our third man in the cage is David Wall.
Anybody that's seen Bruce fight knows he wants to take it to the ground. I don't know a lot about Ryan Antle.
Doing a little bit of feeling out right now. But yeah, definitely Bruce wants to take this to the ground. I'm really surprised he hasn't shot in yet.
Yeah, Antle looking to set up his overhand right. Landed a couple times already.
Good recovery. The fight's still going.
Yeah, good call on the ref's part for not stopping it. Bruce has been in there many, many times, and the ref knows that, so he let him go on.
Bad decision on Ryan's part for not taking a capitulation on that.
Yeah, taking advantage of. Bruce would have welcomed him down to the ground, though. Yeah, Antle's keying in on Bruce's. Every time he throws that leg kick, he's counting with that overhand right. So Bruce needs to set that up a little better with something else. There it was again. Falls him to the ground.
He doesn't want any part of his ground game. And Bruce may not look the part, but he definitely can go into the later rounds if need be. We've seen him fight before where he's taken guys that are strong coming out of the gates. He can hang in there and take a beating and sometimes pull out that win.
Yeah, not afraid of the deep water. In fact, last fight, I think 3-round decision, unless he's had another one since then.
There's the shot we've been waiting for.
Looks like Antle's waiting for it, though. Good sprawl. And once again, let him back up. He knows where he wants to be.
Bruce a little tentative on wanting to set it up.
Minute 30 left in this round. Bruce looking a little bit tired. Ryan still looks fresh.
Shot to the ear.
Now Bruce immediately turning his hips. Let's see.
This is where Bruce likes to be. Feels more comfortable.
Yep. Got a hold, well, had a hold of that hand, but not deep enough.
Definitely Bruce is winded, to say the least.
Mixing up the leg kick, still going with the inside leg kick. Be interesting to hear what Bruce's corner has to say to him and how they want to change things up.
Bruce is definitely hurting. But knowing Bruce, it could be just something where he's playing possum.
I've seen three or four times there catching the leg kick, counter with the right from Antle.
Yeah, we'll see if Bruce comes out with a second wind here. Ryan doesn't seem to be gassed at all.
Yeah, real clear-cut strategy on Ryan's part. I don't think he'll change anything.
All right, here we go for round number 2. Bruce looking a little worn, but that's where he feels comfortable.
Yeah, Bruce's wife happens to work for a blood donation facility, Telecris, so I think she sees a missed opportunity running down his face right there. See if Bruce changes anything up. Going southpaw, so that's already a change. Nope.
I don't know if he's using that to set it up. I don't know. Still seems to be somewhat of a chess match, trying to figure out what the other one wants to do. Definitely Ryan wants to keep it on the feet, and I'm really surprised that Bruce is really wanting to stay on the feet, not shooting more.
Yeah, even clinching, just something to get in closer.
Yeah. And it wasn't like he was throwing devastating rights. He was throwing some good shots, but nothing that should keep Bruce away from shooting in or clinching it up.
Yeah, Antle's game plan pretty clear cut. Definitely wants to keep him at the end of his range, and Bruce just needs to figure out how to get past that. Doing a little bit better job there, Pond, with the jab before he's throwing the leg kicks, mixing it up a little better this round. Interesting, going soccer kick to the leg there.
That was. Nice little jab shot.
Yeah, Bruce needs to find a way to get this one to the ground.
Nice shots there. Nice 1-2 combo. Oh, got a little bit of a clinch there, so we get back in there. He really likes to throw that overhand right.
Coming up on just 2 minutes left in this second round here.
Bruce's hands coming down just a little bit.
Yeah, Antle's been carrying his hands down low too, not showing any respect for Bruce's power.
Yeah, nothing at all. Keeps throwing the 1-2 overhand right. If he can get past that, that seems to be pretty much all that Ryan's got at the moment. I mean, not that they're pretty good shots, but I don't see much more in his arsenal than that.
Yeah, he's made it very clear he doesn't want to be on the ground.
There's a nice deep shot.
Arm and guillotine doesn't look to be too deep or tight. No.
Oh, he doesn't want any part of that. Get him back up standing.
Bruce going with the holding hit. That's all right.
That was interesting. He's got to see those coming. He knows those are coming now. He keeps throwing those overhand rights like every 3 seconds.
Yeah, Bruce either needs to circle away from that right or to the outside of it, but can't sit down the middle and keep taking them. Good clean
Nice
jab from Antle.
Stiff jab right there. Little machismo, or stupidity, however you want to say it.
Antle showing no real defense. So, and Bruce, if he could just do a little Diaz brother pepper, and here he could take a round.
Throw a couple shots to the face, wear him out, then go in for a shot, then bring it to the ground.
Yeah, Bruce has to be careful of his mouth open here, taking those shots.
As we speak.
1-2, both clean. Bruce is hurt and tired, and that shows just how little Antle wants to go to the ground.
And you can tell by Bruce's face, those shots he's taking. Well, we're going to go to the third round here. We got to see a little bit more change of game plan from Bruce. He knows the game plans. He's done several of them so far. He's not doing what he normally does.
Part of the reason Bruce is more gassed than he maybe should be at this point, he's typically likes to take the fight to the ground, and when you're, I don't want to call him one-dimensional, but he prefers one dimension, and when you're outside of that, you tend to gas a little quicker.
Definitely, and when you like to be on the ground, do the ground and pound scene, you can take a little bit more of a breather, whereas you're on your feet, you're moving constantly, your body's being tried and trued through things that you're not used to. And you can tell it by looking at Bruce right now there. He's pretty worn. But, again, that's Bruce. He's been around the game for quite some time. So maybe we can see a little bit of change here coming into the third round. he knows he's got to do something, because I do believe that round 1 and 2 went to Mr. Ryan.
Yeah, no
Bruce.
questions. No question. The judges see the damage, and I can't see it going any different than 2 rounds to nothing Antle at this point.
Yeah, he's got to do something here. Bring it to the ground. Take some shots.
Yeah, going for the shot, but he's got to set it up.
Yep. He could even utilize an overhand right, shoot in, and bring that overhand right in top.
Yeah, do it. In fact, what Antle's doing, do a little leg trip with the overhand right. Yeah, Antle definitely hands down. I mean, he's primed to be hit, but you need somebody hitting you in order for that to work. There we go.
There we go.
Overhand right by Bruce. At this point, you know, maybe even Bruce pull guard.
Oh, what do we got there? Must have been some tiredness, neck crank.
Yeah, kind of an arm-in guillotine that kind of worked to be like a arm-in triangle. And had an arm choke. Hard to tell from.
Yeah, from that angle, from the way it looked, didn't look like it was anything too serious. I think it was a combination of, like you're saying, plus I believe his worn down and being really tired didn't play into that very well. Well, from the way the rounds 1 and 2 went, I didn't see it being a submission from Ryan.
No, not
it
at
definitely
all.
would have either been a decision from technical stand-up.
Ironically enough, Bruce Nelson. Let the ring announcer finish.
And there's your winner, Ryan Antle from Davenport, Iowa.
Ryan, congratulations. Bruce took you all the way to the 3rd round. That's not an easy fight. Congratulations in the showers. Ladies and gentlemen, Ryan Antle.
Official scorekeepers called it an anaconda choke. I guess it was on the way to being one. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't see that one as a complete anaconda choke there.
Take your ticket to the whole water casino and sports bar for a 2-1 choke following the fight.
We'll get a little bit of Bruce's blood cleaned up from the mat as we wait for the next fighters to come out.
Yeah, I was going to say Bruce at one point way back when fought another guy from Iowa. I think his name was Matt Hughes. And the choke that he got beat with there looked a little bit like the choke that Matt Hughes beat Ricardo Almeida with.
Yes, very true, yeah. Yeah, back in the days when, well, you'll probably go see the movie now, that movie with Kevin James, Here Comes the Boom. A lot of those fights are the way it used to be. If you've seen the movie, I have not seen it yet, but I've seen the clips, and it looks like a lot of the things the way it used to be.
Yeah. For anybody wondering at home and doesn't have access to the internet, Bruce did not beat Matt Hughes. Next fight coming up, we have Andrew Keller, 2-1 here from Grand Forks. I know he brings a lot of people even when he fights down in Fargo, so Grand Forks should be pretty loud when he comes out fighting Jason Brinkman of Thief River. Yeah, that's not too far away either. Brinkman making his debut. It's based on coming from Thief River. I imagine he's from Stomp Factory, Chris Bachmeyer and the Barbarina brothers. Pretty good guys out there.
We understand why when they clean up the ring. That's how you know people are doing it right. All right. second fight of the evening. Here we go.